What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Get Free with Annie. That's me. I'm Annie, and my channel is all about finding you ways to get free through passive income. In a sea of get-rich-quick BS, we are weeding out the fluff and finding real ways to make legit money every day on autopilot before everyone else does. If that sounds good to you, then click subscribe to help my small channel grow. And you can always find all the information that you need linked in the description below, as well as timestamps if you want to just jump around in the video. Let's get right into this one today. Believe it or not, I am an introvert. And if you are here on my channel, you are probably trying to find a way to make money online. For whatever reason, because you hate your job, or you want to spend more time with your family, or you just want your time to be yours. But you probably have this little voice in your head on repeat going, I don't know if I can do this because I hate public speaking. No way I can be on YouTube. I can't make sales. I can't talk to people. This is crazy. I'm just going to go back to my safe, boring job that I hate. I know this because I had that same little voice in my head, and some days I still do. So how did I get past that? I found a mentor, a coach, and he trained me and helped me to get where I'm at now, making passive income every single day, thousands of dollars every single day. And he still checks in with me weekly just to see how I'm doing. It's life-changing. Okay, so fast forward to about a month ago when I did a couple reviews on Remote Closing Academy by Cole Gordon and Sales and Remote Closing by Mike Barron. They're both the same kind of training, and my reviews on them basically said, this sounds like my worst nightmare, like talking to people on the phone to make high-ticket sales. That just gives me anxiety even thinking about it. My mentor and coach sent me an email and he was like, call me. So I did, and he was like, Annie, I watched your reviews about remote closing and I just have to tell you that you're wrong. Which was a little hard to swallow, right? Like, I just wanted to respond like a 5-year-old and be like, I'm not wrong, you're wrong. But I didn't. I listened to him because he's an online millionaire and I'm not yet. And so we decided to just make a little casual video where we're talking about why I was wrong. And of course, now he wants to show me how I can incorporate remote closing into what I already do in order to 10x my sales. And even though it still sounds uncomfortable for me, I want to learn and I want to get better. So if he's offering to show me how to do something that can 10x my sales, I'm going to do it. And so because of that, I'm offering something a little bit crazy. And if you want to be there with me to have him mentor you at the same time he's mentoring me on remote closing, he and I have decided to team up and show 20 people how to do the exact same thing. It has to be only 20 people. I'm sorry it's not more, but it's going to be all face-to-face, one-on-one, step-by-step, hold your hand. So 20 people, that's it. So to apply, you can click the link below in the description, or you can click right up here. I'll have it linked up here somewhere too. And I'm here with Flo, my mentor and coach, and we are just going to talk about Remote Closing Academy and remote closing sales.
Yep, everything remote sales and remote closing. And the reason we're doing this video is because Annie did a video, several videos about a few different remote sales programs. And she did make a lot of good points, but I told her, hey, we should make a response to their response about your response, because like an inception of reviews, because there are a lot of things that they get right. The first thing right out of the gate is that one thing Annie said in one of your videos, Annie, that you put out maybe a couple months ago, is that you're more of an introvert. And what I noticed is that the people that do really well with online business, they prefer, there's two different types of people. I just came up with this today. There's people that are tinkerers and people that are talkers.
It's really funny that he says that right here, because I am definitely a tinkerer and my husband is definitely a talker. So he is so right.
So the talkers, they do better at sales. And the tinkerers, they do better at tinkering with the internet and making videos and writing and doing things like that. And they do really well that way. So there's different types of people. So Annie was reviewing it from the perspective of a tinkerer, or someone that would think, why would I want to get on the phone and do all that work when I could just tinker and make some money?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then some people are thinking, well, why would I want to tinker? I don't want to touch, I care about internet or digital marketing. I just want to talk to people and make money. So that's what programs like remote closing and remote closers and inbound closers and all those programs, they attract people that want to get in sales, but they just want to do it from home with the freedom that comes from not going to the office. So my teams have been doing sales from home for 20 years. And, you know, with all the companies we've worked at and worked for and different companies we've built, we produce over $1 billion in sales that way. So we know it works. You just have to be the type of person that doesn't mind doing 5-6 hours talking on the phone every day. And for those type of people, it actually gives them energy and they enjoy it. So doing sales, they enjoy talking to people and they can make money from home at their computer with their cell phone and their laptop, and they're happy.
It sure sounds easier, but it gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
Exactly. So for people that don't have the anxiety, they do well. But I mean, even Jay, he got PTSD living in an abusive home. He does remote sales, and you saw and were part of his story. He's made over $10 million online by selling the people over the phone.
Yeah, so Jay's amazing. He's actually one of the reasons why I felt like, well, if he can do it, then why shouldn't I give it a shot? Because he makes millions and millions of dollars by closing deals over the phone, and he has PTSD. So that was really inspiring to me. If Jay can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it.
So that's one of the things we're doing. We're giving free coaching to anybody that watches this video, and you could even see our sales process. But I would say 80% of all the money I've made online, someone was on the phone to sell them our web design packages or our coaching and consulting packages or even our own remote sales program.
Yeah, I talked to you on the phone, and that's how I joined your
There you go.
program.
Exactly. And our program wasn't cheap, and you paid for that. You got results. We just weren't selling you on starting phone sales from home. You probably wouldn't have wanted that. But there are other people that see that and they're like, oh man, that would be great. I'm already doing customer service for 8 hours a day and I only make 30,000 a year. So if they can double their income and they're working at home, not paying for gas, or triple their income or quadruple their income, they would love it. One thing I would agree with you on is that I know you were talking about, the price of these programs. Sometimes the prices fluctuate, but your coaching wasn't cheap. And, so you can't really expect other programs to be cheap, too, especially if they're going to get results. So in my specific program, ours isn't cheap either, but we tell the price up front. That's the only difference in doing this so long. I always tell people, hey, upfront, you're going to be spending anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000, depending on what your needs are. And I always say that up front just so we get the right people.
This is the part right here that's really important to me. If you're going to pay a high amount for a training or a mentorship, you really want to be told upfront. And that was my main issue in my other reviews of the other remote closing academies, is that you couldn't find a set price. Even when people said that they had called on the phone and asked for a price, the price was different all across the board. It just felt very like I couldn't trust it. And you don't want to be giving that much money to somebody that you don't feel like you can trust. With Flo's coaching program, I felt like I could trust him the whole way through. Everything was extremely upfront. He's always been a down-to-earth, upfront guy. So that is the main difference to me when you're looking for the right kind of training or mentorship to purchase.
And these models work because closers.io and remote closing and inbound closers, all of them, they make tens of millions of dollars a year. So that model works. But for us, our guys have been doing remote sales for over 20 years. So they want a higher quality of person that knows at least the pricing before they talk to them, because their time is extremely valuable.
I think that's really important to pause on right there. He's right. That does work. Like not telling people how much something is so that they get interested and they call and then you just close them from there. It does work for making money, but giving the price up front like Flo does with different options, that's integrity. And that's going to get a higher quality of person who cares about integrity and cares about putting in the work to be his type of student. And if you feel like that's you and you want to work with Flo and his mentorship that I will also be a part of, you can click the link right up here or down in the description to learn more and apply for that.
But if I was building a newer team, and brought them in just to get more leads in the door, more interested people in the door, or if I was spending money on Facebook, like a lot of them do, and YouTube, I may just tell them, apply for your strategy session. We'll see what package works for you, and not say any pricing just to get them to apply. So it all just depends. But I think, like I said, for the right person that is a quote unquote extrovert that enjoys talking to people and they have empathy and they can learn confidence through one of these programs, it is really worth it because a lot of people are making good money. One thing I would warn everybody that goes into any program, whether it's ours or anybody's program, is, including you, Annie, a lot of the marketing part now. So I think for you, when we do our recordings and you're helping us record new content, you need to learn a little bit of the sales side. So like 80-20. So 80% of what you're doing is the tech and the marketing. But if you learn 20% sales, you could double your income. Whereas someone that's doing remote closing, if they learn 20% of the marketing, and they can even start their own business because now they'll know the marketing and the sales. So one thing we do is we give people an opportunity to sell their own programs that they can license from us, like marketing and web development, where they could sell it as their own and look for a remote closing or remote setter job, because sometimes that job isn't going to come right away. So you need different multiple income streams.
For sure. That makes sense. And I mean, I definitely could use some training on making sales for sure.
Yeah. We'll help you. We're going to do a lot of that for you, but I want you to learn how to do it so that, once you made over $4,000 last month. Once you learn the process yourself, you are just doing it part-time. If you do it full-time, you should easily be able to make double, which would be 8,000, or even triple, which would be 12,000 to 24,000 a month, as long as you keep growing your traffic. Traffic is key.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on this right here. I am going to be a part of his next round of coaching and mentoring. So I'm going to be in there learning the remote closing with everyone else. And I'm also going to be helping to show people in the group how to be successful with high ticket affiliate marketing and YouTube like I have been. So if you are interested in joining that mentorship, we're only taking 20 people, and you can apply at this link right above somewhere right here or in the description below.
If you're doing it all on your own. So a lot of these remote sales reps, they're just working for an organization that does coaching, software development, consulting, masterminds, etc. And they just take the calls. They don't have to worry about any marketing. But then when you don't have to worry about the marketing, what if the company isn't a good fit for you? Then you have to look for another company to work for. So that's the downside of just doing completely remote sales, is you have to make sure you choose the right company. But in the beginning, if you learn some of the marketing yourself and you do a hybrid approach like we do, we call it hybrid selling, where you do the marketing and selling.
Which is why with this mentorship, you're going to be learning both, which I don't know anybody else that's teaching that. So
then you are fully equipped to even do your own thing on your own side, or find your own high-end affiliate programs like you did.
Yeah, well, and that's a good point. I made $4,000 last month just doing just passive income, not doing anything extra, not making any phone calls or taking any phone calls. All of it was from work I have done in the past. So yeah, if I could combine those and do a hybrid of both, yeah, I could probably double my sales easily.
Yeah, and there's a way to do it where you're not like basically consuming all your time talking to people. So we'll talk about that on separate trainings, but I wanted to do a pros and cons video with you of remote sales so you can upload it to your channel. And if anybody has any questions about this, go to the link below and just fill out the form and we'll reach out to you. Or if you're part of one of those other programs, great, wish you the best of luck. The only difference with our program is we also talk about the marketing side. So that way you actually know how to do it. But a lot of the remote sales side is very similar. You can learn that in a lot of places. We like to combine both and call it hybrid selling. All right, sounds good. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks, Annie, for the opportunity. And we're going to make more videos like this. If you want us to make more about this topic, just comment in the description, let Annie know, and then we'll make some more videos.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I always reply. And if you want to apply for the mentorship, you can click the link in the description below or somewhere right up here. And I hope that you choose today to get free.